I'm going to get on with the business of building to selection 2. This is after the theme boosters were added. I've put the cards the way that I usually do: creatures 1 through 5 CMC, non-creatures 1 through 5 CMC. And I think this is going to be a bug build. I'm trying to feature the colors that really haven't gotten any playtime in selection 2. Now, I did find the Knights Brawl deck, but I don't have a matching Brawl deck to throw at these selections. So if I find the second one, then I'll be putting one of each in these selections. If I find the other 3, then I'll do two each, two of the cards in the selection. Now in this case, yeah, I looked at all the colors that I've played so far for selection 2, and bug seemed to be like a really good choice. Now I've shown these before. This is like my stash that I go to, and I'll be going to as I go through the additions that I make to this little fun cube. Now I either have Moldrotha or Sidisi, so let me set aside the other cards. Got a little setup right next to me where I can lay down stuff. And I think I really don't have a great number of cards in this selection that can seed the graveyard. I think there's a great Moldrotha deck only from standard cards. Once the From the Grave Theros 2 comes out, that set should be really heavy on the graveyard, and so that's when I think I'm. Okay, that's better. All right. So now that we've taken care of that, so yeah, I think Moldrotha, there's a really good build with Theros 2. This is not that build, and I think Sidisi is much better because Moldrotha does not by itself feed the graveyard, and Sidisi at least helps you a little. I don't really have good green cards in this selection that will allow me to seed the graveyard, so I'd rather have a commander that will help me. So Sidisi will be the commander. He's a 4-drop, so he's going to go in my 4-drop pile. Now the cards that really are going to set the theme, I don't have strong themes in this selection that can really take over. And actually the Enchantment Azure deck actually was okay, and as far as flyers, had a lot of flyers. In this case, these cards are really helping me set the theme. So the theme here is gain a ton of life, add counters. So Proliferate is in. This guy is not in. I just wanted to show again that I pulled a Sorin out of a toolkit, but this card is not in at all. So I'm going to throw him over there. And then, so things like Reanimation from the Graveyard, which I could get a lot more of, but at least I have this card, and I can feed the graveyard somehow, and this card will help me. I am on Amass, so counters for Amass. So these cards are definitely in. I don't have enough elementals, but I will try to have as many elementals as possible. So anything that's an elemental is in, even though I'm not gonna, this is not an elementals deck, which would require red and would require Omnath as a commander. This is not it. So this guy's beautiful claws for elementals is not really gonna be helped a heck of a lot. I am a little bit in your deck is my deck, which is what this card is in, but not quite. I don't have enough cards to do that. But cards that allow me to look at my opponent's deck and pick things and understand what he or she is playing are good in this deck. So actually, for example, in the build that I did before this one, that was the Esper build on selection 1, I didn't really care for those cards, I didn't. But in this case, I will. I will keep Karn because I think casting a bunch of artifacts that can become critters is really good. And so this whole thing about choosing an artifact from outside the game, that's pretty good. It can be anything, so that's really great. So those are the themes, folks. And so I'm going to say just gonna pick the creatures so far that I have in here, and then set the non-creatures aside for when I do the non-creatures, and then mana order these dudes because this guy is heavy. So I've got some 3 drops and then a 4 drop. So those are the 3 drops, 2 drop, and 1 drop. So let's go do 1 drop. So this guy is in. Of course, every single deck that I ever build for these selections is probably going to have our friend Ginger Brute because he's so awesome. No, not really. I'm not gonna have enough of those. I'm not gonna put these 2 just so I can have them. I want to gain life, but I have a lot of cards, so I don't have to worry about that. So at this point, for that card, I do want this, okay? Because I would like to put another land from my hand onto the battlefield. If you control another non-human creature, gets +1/+1 until end of turn. I'm not crazy about that right now. Death Touch, oh yeah, you better believe it. And you draw a card and you lose 1 life? Absolutely, because I'm going to be gaining life otherwise. Return the skeleton from your graveyard? Yeah, for sure, because I'm going to be doing a little bit of Surveil. There are a few cards with Surveil, and I'll take them for now, and then think about how it fleshes out. So this guy is in because he's a Surveil 1 dude, but I'm not going to go for the Defender theme. Lifelink, yeah, sure. I want to gain life. I want to prolong the game, and I'm going to try to go for a strong, controlled shell. Yeah, sure. This guy is in. Flash and draw a card. Of course, he's in. So yeah, I picked a bunch of cards for 1 drops. That's pretty good. Maybe it's too much of a good thing. This is a milling card that I don't need. Okay. So then, and of course, I'm gonna be happy about picking artifacts, but the artifact creatures I don't really care about. Karn doesn't really need them, so they have to be good. Pay 3 if you do create a token that's a copy of this guy. Yeah, nah. Add 1 mana for 2. No, I'm not doing that. Creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. That's pretty good, but I'm not on weenies. I'm not on massive armies. This card is pretty weak. Yeah, I want to add 1 mana of any color, that's for sure. And I'm on counters, so this guy is great for counters. This guy is good. You know, he's going to boost. But I don't have anything to enchant him with yet. So I'm going to think about it. He's going to be in a 2nd round, incredibly enough. Because if I was playing like a white-green enchantments, something like that, he would be much better there than he's here. Here he's often just going to be a bear that does a little thing and dies. No, not really. Yep, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. I like that. Adapt is all the way in. No, because I'm not going to have tons of food tokens. Yeah, no. Fat Butt, create a token. Not ready for it yet. Obama, I'm not really heavy on adventures, so no, Obama's going to have to wait. Yeah, Elementals are in. This guy is great. I've played him a ton. Fantastic. Afterlife, yeah. Target opponent, yeah, it's a good trick, but I'm not going to go for it. No, not ready for that. Second artifact or another creature put a +1/+1 counter on this dude. Yeah, that's fine. I can do that. And I'm definitely on a mass, so I'm taking it. Flash, put a +1/+1 counter. Yeah, counters, dude. Yeah, let's go. That's a nice trick. Make something unblockable. But I'm going to pass for now. Yep, Surveil 2. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so that was a pretty good set of selections. Of course, as these selections get bigger, I have more good choices to make. I'm not a monocolor, but it's going to get a counter. And yeah, that's actually pretty good. I would like look at all my colors and then do something about it. So I'm gonna say yes, incredibly enough. I'm not doing a color trick for a 3/2/2. No, not yet. 3 mana of the same color enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. It'll just make them a 3/3/3. I'm not on tokens, so I'm not doing this. Yep, I'm on elementals. Add 1 mana of any color. Add 1 mana of any color. That's good, but not on a 3-drop. Nope, not ready for it. Sack another creature. Can't be blocked this turn. It's good, but I don't have any crazy tricks on it. I'll have to think about it for a second round. If I have a chance. I have a really good selection by this time after I've added cards. When it dies, put a counter on target creature you control. That's actually pretty good, but I'm gonna get pickier. I like Death Touch, but I'm being very, very picky. Flyers, that's another story, and it feeds my graveyard. Yeah, that's much better. Scry 2, that's actually pretty good, but I'm gonna pass for now. Create a food token to prolong the game on a 3/1/3. That's good, but yeah, I'm not sure. Draw a card, lose 1 life. I mean, I'm turning down really good stuff, but I need flyers. And this is not going to do anything with that because I'm never going to see this. I don't have enough flyers. Enters the gap, can't be blocked this turn. That's good, but I'm not on gates. I'm definitely on a mass, but this is a non-creature spell. I put it in the wrong pile. This guy's an elemental and is great, and I'm taking it. Flyer with a mass, I'm taking it. No. Each player seats the graveyard. That's not terrible. Tap that creature. Yeah, it's a good card, but I'm going to pass for now. Yep. Flyer draws you a card. I'll take it. Flyer draws you a card. I'll take it. Death Touch Lifelink. Yes. Something with Surveil. I'm not going to Surveil enough for it to matter, and it's just a 3/2/3 otherwise. Flash with Surveil on a 3/3/2. It's alright, but I'm going to be picky. So yeah. Okay, so I've got a pretty good selection. Let me recap what I have already and see if I'm not doing anything crazy. And I also want to look at the cards that I haven't picked and see if I missed any elementals, even if they sucked. Because I want all the elementals. So this guy's an elemental. That's good. But I have to max out on elementals in this. Do I really? I'm not sure. I keep saying that, but there's an elemental. So, and there's an elemental. So that's 3, 4. Yeah, so I'm up to 4 there. Did I miss any that I could have picked? In the green slot, for instance. There's an elemental that I missed. Okay, so I'm going to put this in. I really do want to have more elementals. The more elementals, the better. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Alright, so then Sidisi, of course, gets picked. And then, oh, of course, and I forgot. Piles, friends. All these piles. So I forgot that I had this guy. And that I had the cards on the theme that I decided I wanted to play. And then the proliferate card, I wanted a mass. And then I'll just pick this later after I go through my 4-drop pile. Actually, I'm going to stop right there. I'm taking my time. So this is going to be the first batch of creatures work for the Sidisi deck. And I'll keep going in the next video.